Alright, so what's up guys? It's Rich from the Player's Handbook, and I got a couple little things going down tonight. First of all, we're going to play a 35-point Batrep. Fact. We do that all the time. The new thing is, I'm going to play my brother-in-law who started playing last weekend, and is going to be a pretty regular contributor to the channel, and he picked Legion, which means I don't have to represent him all the time. So, I'm actually going second this game, but I'm going to show you what I got, so starting here. I've got the main unit of Bane Thralls with the Officer's Standard Bearer. I've got a minimum unit of Bane Knights with Bane Lord Tartar Sauce. I've got Malice, Lich Lord Venethrax, a Seether, and then back behind here I have the Wither Shadow Combine. And then, my opponent today is my brother-in-law, Matt.
Yo.
He totally did that. Alright, and what do you got today, Matt?
Alright, we got the minimum unit of Swordsmen. Over here we got our advanced deployed minimal unit of Striders. Got a Carnivian, two Shepherds, which I know they're not Shepherds, but yeah, live with it. I got a Harrier, a Shredder, P-Fags, and an Angelius.
And also the Abbot and Champion and the Swordsman.
Ah, yes.
You have to forgive Matt. He's still learning, so I'm going to try to go easy on him. I'm really not. Alright guys, so we're back with the end of turn 1. Alright guys, we're back with the end of round 1, and not a lot of action, but some stuff. So, Matt, what'd you do on your turn?
Started with my Striders, just walked them up into the woods, and I went straight to the Carnivian, walked him up, and put Spiny Growth on him, and then I went to the Angelius next, walked him up, and routed him for 3 Fury. And then I walked both of my Shepherds up right behind them. Next I walked up my Harrier, and then my Shredder cast Tenacity on my Harrier and then charged towards my Striders. And then I walked up Bagrosh, and he done Spiny Growth on himself and then cast it on Angelius, and he also cast Draconic Blessing. Draconic Blessing on my Carnivian, and he popped Fog of War. And then last I moved my walked all my Swordsmen and Abbot and Champion up.
Alright, and then for Cryx turn 1, it was really simple turn. Allocated a focus to Malice, Seether got his free focus. I started with Venethrax, who just cast Dragon Slayer on himself, and Soul Harvester on the Bane Knights, and then advanced 6. I then had the Bane Knights run up 10, the Bane Thralls run up for 10, Cardress ran up about 10 inches. The Wither Shadow Combine advanced up, and Malice and the Seether both ran up, and that was me. So we're back with round 2, guys. Alright guys, we're back with Legion turn 2, and Matt's going to let us know what went down.
Alright, first I leeched and upkept my 2 spells. First thing I did was I moved my Striders up to the front and hit his caster. First I shot with these 2 at a combined range, and then shot with the other 4 in a combined range, totaling like 4 damage. Then I came up with my Shepherd to put him in range, used him, I charged with Assault on Malice, which hit both him and the caster, boosted the attacks, done, 4 damage to Malice and 6 damage to the caster?
Yes.
And did my Swordsman. All I did was walk up with these guys, nothing useful. Next, I walked up the Harrier, and then I walked up Bagrosh, and he used his free Spiny Growth on himself and on Angelius. He cast Spiny Growth, same thing, and then
you threw away some Fury.
Yeah, tossed my Fury. And then I walked up the Angelius into the forest, and I shot... What's his name?
He's the Bane Thrall officer.
Bane Thrall officer, and
He successfully killed him. I made the tough roll. That's how that went.
And then walked up to Shepherd and cast Rabbit on the Shredder. And whenever I ran him up into the woods with Pathfinder, he cast Tenacity on himself. And then I walked up my Shepherd. And that was it.
Yep. He's learning, guys. He's learning. Alright, we'll be back with Cryx turn 2. Going?
Yep.
Alright, guys. Back with Cryx turn 2, and it was a pretty good Cryx turn. Could have been a little better, could have been a lot worse. So, first thing I did was I got my focus, and I had Edmonia let me upkeep Dragon Slayer for free. I spent one to upkeep Soul Harvester. My Bane Thrall Lieutenant stood up because of Dead Rise. I allocated a focus to Malice. So the first thing I did is Malice stood still to get the aiming bonus. Shot at the Carnivian, who was defense 13 because of Fog of War. I hit him pretty easily, needing a 5 on 3 dice. And then did 9 points of damage with the harpoon to drag him into base. So then Bangalore Taurus activated, and he cursed the Striders, charged in Threshered. He killed all 4, which made me make 4 Bane Knights, which is why I have unpainted Bane Knights on the table. I just hadn't got around to painting them yet. But I didn't take them in my army, they were just free, so it's okay. I forgive myself. And I placed them progressively closer, like to the angel up in this area. So after that was done, I went ahead and activated Venithrax, who walked up in melee range of the Carnivian, and he hit with the first attack and did 11, and then bought an attack and did 15 points of damage. And with Dragon Slayer up, he yanked the Fury, so I've got quite a bit of focus on me now. I had the Caesar activate and just run up, kind of as bait to get him in the fight. You know, he's either got to deal with it or let it sit there, is the way I look at it. With the Shadow Combine, just advanced around, and then we started the fun thing. The Bane Knights activated. They did charges. Had 3 go into the Angelius, 2 into the Shredder, and 3 into the remaining 2 Striders, and the back 2 just ran to keep up. Killed the Strider, which with Soul Harvester up gave Venithrax another soul, and I got the Shredder down to 1 box and did 10 damage to the Angelius. And the final thing was activated my Bane Thralls, and they just took a run order and ran up. So we'll see what Matt can do in his turn, but I believe I've got it to an uphill fight. I know he's still got his feet, but we'll see what happens. Alright guys, we're back with Legion turn 3.
Yep.
And Matt's going to let us know what happened this turn. Alright Matt, what'd you do?
Alright, we started off with a Sportsman, charged up, took out 2 of his guys, but he rolled a shit ton of toughs. And then we had my 2 Shepherds come in. One of them healed the Shredder for 1 point, and the other one healed the Angelus for 3 points. What I did next was I had my Shredder kill one of the guys, got him out of the way so that Thargosh could charge later. Angelus killed 3 of the
Bane Knights.
And with his overtake moved around an inch each time. Ended up where he's at. Next, I actually had one of the
Strider.
A Strider do an attack and killed one of the Bane Knights as well. Then Red Rush activated, charged up. Eruption killed the guy that was here, the Bane Knight. Then casted Obliteration on Tartar Sauce.
Which hit for 4 damage.
Yep, and it hit the other guys but did no damage. And then he popped his feet, brought back Carnivius, used his free Animus for Spiny Growth on himself.
And Mutagenesis, which missed.
Yeah, Mutagenesis he also cast on Tartar Sauce, which missed. Then the Harrier used his Animus for free strike, charged up, hit the...
Ended up hitting him for 2 points of damage.
2 points, fought another one, it missed. Then I moved my Carnivian around, and that was the end of my turn.
Alright guys, so Zagros is sitting in the middle of the board with no Fury. So I'm going to see if I can't get rid of that. But we'll be back with Cryx turn 3. You going?
Yep.
Alright, so guys, we're back with Cryx turn 3. Game over. The first thing that happened was my Vengeance move. So I moved a little bit, killed the Shredder and the Strider that was here. So then Dead Rise activated, and my Bane Thralls that were knocked down stood up. I then had my Souls turn into Focus, put 2 on Malice. Edmonia lets me upkeep Dragon Slayer for free, and I dropped Soul Harvester. So, I started with the Bane Knights, who advanced. 2 came over to hit Shepherds, and they whiffed. The 2 came over to hit the Angelius, and ended up hitting for like 6 damage. Charters then activated, and because of Ghostly just walked through the woods, cursed the Angelius and hit him for about 11 damage. And then the Bane's activated, and 2 guys back here charged him, finished him off, and failed to do anything to the Swordsman. I then activated the Seether, who just walked around a little bit and killed the Harrier without even having to use the free focus. And Wither Shadow walked up, and Tremulous used Puppet Master on Malice to give me a reroll. And then activated Malice, who walked up 6 inches, had like 2.5 inches in the woods to Thagrosh, boosted the hit, got the hit, boosted the damage, and actually did about 5. I used the reroll on a 1 to get a little more damage, and drug him in, and then hit with his melee attack, and ended up taking 2 damage to his 3 for doing it because of Spiny Growth. But did 2 more points of damage. No points of damage. I whiffed on the damage roll.
Right.
So then Venathrax was like, okay, F this, it's on. And he charged Thagrosh, and he pretty much just made him bite the pillow. It took a combination of 3 attacks with boosted damage rolls, and still had about 3 focus left because of all the souls and stuff. So that was game, guys. Now I know it seems like I'm a jerk for playing this against Matt, but as Matt will attest to, he asked me to bring my best. He didn't want to play against some pussy shit.
Fact.
So I did bring a really good list against him. And, I hope he got some experience in this game, but he'll be on the channel pretty regularly, so you'll get to see a little more Legion on the channel now, and I think he's definitely liking them. And, considering this was his 5th game, he didn't do bad. I mean, there's always room for improvement, but it's for anybody, but it was a good game, and I enjoyed it. So, guys, just keep posted for more Player's Handbook. Are you still recording this?